Hey, Bayek, it's me Ian. And in today's video, I'm going to look at this film. This is Annabelle Creation from 2019. Now, it's a film which is the fourth installment in the Conjuring universe. Yes, the Conjuring universe. Now, I've only got and seen the first one called The Conjuring. And this is the fourth one, so I've not seen the other two. There's one Annabelle before this from 2015, which fits in with this. Anyhow, so I had to take this film as it is, and which is good, is okay because it's a prequel, unfortunately. So you don't have to know about what happened before. You can just sit and watch it. And what a great film it is! I loved it, absolutely loved it. It's 110 minutes long. Rotten Tomatoes give it 70%. It's written by Gary Doberman. So this supernatural horror film is written by Gary Doberman, who wrote, yes, Annabelle, 2015 before. Also wrote The Nun, 2018. And also Annabelle Comes Home, 2019. So he's got quite a hand here in this series. And he co-wrote the It set of films. The 2017 first It film. And then part 2, or chapter 2 as they call it, chapter 2 in 2019. So there it is. He's got quite a good writing pedigree, definitely. It's produced by Peter Sacran and James Wan. Yes, we had to get James Wan in. You've heard his name. He's a co-creator of the Saw series. Wow, yes, Saw. Insidious franchise. Yes, creator of that. And of course this one, the Conjuring universe. Hey, what more can you ask for? Hey. What a talent. What a producer. Then it's directed by David F. Sandberg, who directed, well, it's the DC universe we're jumping to. This is his first, I think, major feature film. He had done some short films, so this is his major feature film that he's directing. And he directed Shazam, 2019. Also, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, 2023. Wow, there we are. We've all got that. Now, let's go through the cast. We've got Stephanie Sigman, who's a Mexican-American actress. And she's really good. She plays Sister Charlotte, the nun, who's very important to this story. She's like in charge of the kids, if you want to put it, looking after them. And there we are. Films that she's been involved in, a lot of films I didn't really know, and she's been in TV, but I did see Spectre, which is a James Bond film, 2015, so we have some James Bond connection. Can't say further than that, can we? Then we've got Talia Bateman playing Janice, who is a very key part of this film. She was in a horror film called Countdown, which I remember is quite a good film. It was a supernatural horror film, and I think that's a really good one. That's one that I just noticed. It's been other things, but that just stood out for me. Then we've got a very experienced actor in Anthony Labagalia. Labagalia. Have you going here, bag? You can't say that proper, can you? No. Anyhow, he plays Samuel Mullins, important part. He's just got so many acting roles. Not massively big, but in TV work, he's quite big as well. But I just had to point out he was in Pearl. 2022 Pearl. He's there. He's in that. We love it. Well, I can't say any more than that. It's just a fantastic film. Anyway, he's in that. That's it. Then we've got Miranda Otto playing Esther Mullins. Well, she's playing the wife. There's not a great deal I can say about her. She's just in this and that. Not the particularly massive roles, but there she is. Anyhow, she's there. Then we've got Lulu Wilson. I love that name. Lulu Wilson. What a name. She was in Ouija, Origin of Evil, 2016. And she was in Ready Player One, 2018. Wow. Another great actress. For me, stands out. All getting into their careers. Fantastic. And then we've got Grace Fulton playing Carol. She was in Shazam, 2019. And, of course, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, 2023. You can see a pattern there, yes. But she was also in this film called The Fall, it's called. And it's about these two girls. That's from 2022. Who get stuck up these large tower. And it's a film I don't watch. That's one thing I fear is heights, massive heights. I've never seen that film. It scared me. I can watch all these horror films and not be scared, but heights right up there. Oh my! Yes, that's it. So that I've not seen that, but she's in that. So then we've got to have Doctor Who links, haven't we, somewhere? And I did find one, surprisingly. It's not a massive Doctor Who, but it's a link. Philippa Coulthard plays Nancy. No, you're saying, what's the link? K9's the link. The series that they did on K9 between 2009 and 2010, she was in that. Hey, there we are. Okay, it's not, but it's a link, isn't it, to Doctor Who? There we are. Now, you say to yourself, was this a big success? Well, it was. Wow. Look at the figures here. It was made for $15 million. And wow, do you know how much it made? It made $360.5 million. Wow, that is amazing. I'm surprised. I really am surprised at that. Because to be fair, the $15 million have been well spent on screen, really have. But I've seen ones with higher budgets that don't look as good. And the effects they've produced on here, amazing. Anyhow, I need to tell you what this film's about, don't I? Well, it kind of starts off in a really quite a sort of sad way, really. You get there's this doll maker called Samuel Mullins and his wife Esther, and I'm afraid their daughter. He's a doll maker as well, which is important linked with this. A terrible tragic accident, and they lose their daughter, and they're grieving over her. They can't get over this grief. Then it moves on 12 years. And there's still there's the trauma there. And they decide that they're going to open up their house because it's needed for some orphans. And along come a nun, which is Sister Charlotte, and 6 orphan girls. And they're going to stay at this house. And that's where it all begins. Yes, everything soon gets going and unraveling, and believe you me, it really does get going. It's fantastic. I mean, basically, you get demonic possessions taking place, which all links with what they did, the mother and father, in terms of their own child trying to bring her back, and we get a possession situation, and all hell literally breaks loose, and it is so engaging, so tense, so wonderful, and they all play this so convincingly. It's easy, sometimes I think especially with younger actors and actresses, you've got, a lot of a real bit believability. If you don't get it right, then it doesn't work. The cast works beautifully, and I have to really commend Stephanie Sigmund, who plays the nun, Sister Charlotte. I think she kind of binds them together in many ways. Her performance, you can see it because it shows some behind the scenes clips, and you can see that in her. She was fantastic, really was, and I think she deserves a lot of help bringing out the best, and the cast really excel and bringing it all up. I absolutely love this. There's so many scares, so many special. The camera work that is done. The director, he's directing everybody as he talks about the direction, which is very interesting. Talking about it in his directing, and everybody comes together well under his vision of what he wants. And it works. There's so many scenes, whether you're running on the corridors, up the stairs, down these sides, walls, and in the rooms. The design of the rooms is fantastic, and seeing toys and all the sort of things that you get, and of course the doll. Oh, yeah, wow, and the doll, and she's just so scary. It's a scary doll time, but I loved it. And the effects, everything, highly recommended. It really is. And it's a good conclusion, I think, as well. The story, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a good conclusion. But of course, in all these things, you get certain things left open. Yeah. But I loved it. Honestly, I was surprised. I surprised myself. Well, maybe not. I just had a feeling I might like this, and I did. It really exceeded my expectations. And once again, it does prove that in horror, which is such a wide genre of aspects, that there's still very much room for the supernatural horror, and it can still be done really well and interesting. And the fact here we've got a film that does that and fulfills that, and I'm really pleased to see that, because I'm not all. I love to see, obviously, older films and, looking right back. But I do like to see modern directors, modern writers doing good work. And this, I would class in that. Even though it's a franchise, part of a franchise, it's very good. Everybody's so on board, and they produce great work, and the public obviously agrees and love it, and they went to the box office and still love this series. Fantastic. Really, I can't recommend it enough. Here's the Blu-ray. There it is. What a creepy cover right there, that doll. Then there's the back, and there's some great extras. What I love, they've got deleted scenes. The director talks about why he didn't put in these scenes in the film. You get a really interesting view of his vision of what he wanted the film to be. It's fantastic. I recommend watching these extras, definitely. So there it is. There is the film Annabelle Creation from 2017. If you're new to the channel, hey back, then please subscribe. And if you're not so new and haven't subscribed, well, why not subscribe? Because it costs no, and, well, we'll let you know when I put out these videos. And if you like this one, give it a like, because, well, it helps with algorithms, they say. So more people might actually enjoy it, or maybe not, on all the things that I do on my channel, as you can see, this and that, and, TV, films, collecting bits of music, I don't know. It's all there, as they say, or perhaps it's not all there, I don't know. And it all costs no, so you can't say fairer than that. And if you've got any comments, I love to read your comments. I really do. It's wonderful. So, I think that's it, really. All I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.